Last time on Dragon Ball Z. With Android 19 defeated, Dr. Gero went back to his lab to reawaken Android 17 and 18. However, upon them reawakening, they turn on Dr. Gero. So now they're gonna fight. Because that's what happens really next in the story, is Android 17's like, I don't care about your world domination, I'm gonna fight you. I'm on a new recording session here. So I am resetting everything. Let's see here, the closest thing would be here. I mean, all I'm basically going to do here is, does Dr. Gero live or die? If he lives, then 17, 18, and 16 will all join him. Maybe not even 16, because they wouldn't reawaken 16.
You're gonna be sorry you ever made me, old man.
If you won't obey me, then I'll have to destroy you.
Yeah, but if 17 wins, then yeah, they'll awaken 16 as normal. Alright, well, so far the battle's going as it should, with 17 beating up Gero, but I mean, it's just started. In any case, things went really weird, because all the main characters are dead and stuff. I mean, I know that we've kind of already gone over that. For me, it's a new recording day. So I've started working on editing stuff. I was thinking, from watching the videos yesterday, that, oh, you know what I forgot to do that I should have done is I should have had, I can't take energy from him because he's a robot. I should have had, after Vegeta lost to King Piccolo, I should have had Vegeta turn into a giant ape. But I just didn't even think about that. So we'll just say there that, you know, unlike Goku, King Piccolo was just so merciless, he just straight up killed Vegeta right away. Didn't give him the chance to transform into an ape. That's just gonna be my excuse, because I just forgot. I would have done that. I would have done like, oh, as a last resort, Vegeta turns into a giant ape to try to beat King Piccolo, and that could have changed things a lot, you know. And then we would still have Vegeta alive, and then, I don't know, we'd have either, you know, Vegeta just straight up, you know, working for Frieza as normal, or maybe he just decides to rebel on his own, or I'm not sure. We're gonna get a little bit on track here with Dr. Gero. Yep, Dr. Gero's dead. Dr. Gero's dead.
What's the matter? Finished already?
Alright. So here's what I'm gonna do. With Dr. Gero defeated, the androids are free to live their own life. But they decide to go for world domination anyway, because that's just kind of what's programmed into them. I mean, at the same time, like, when they killed Dr. Gero before, they still either A, took over the world, or B, you know, were going after Goku the whole time, so it doesn't make a huge difference, just Dr. Gero's dead. But the Ginyu Force is there to stop them. Now, I don't usually do the team battles, but since we're gonna have like a lot of characters on both sides, I'm gonna do that. For right now, because I only like to do it if it's even numbers. We're gonna keep Goldo out. We'll say he got beat pretty badly. He's not dead, but he got beat pretty badly. In the last encounter he was in. So we'll have just Jace and Birder and Raccoon. Just to kind of speed it up a little bit, so you know, we can include all the characters at once. I just don't like doing it when there's uneven numbers. So, okay, but then we'll do 17, 18, and 16. Alright, so we got a big fight here now. This is Ginyu Force versus androids. This is what our android saga has become. Alright.
Power the Ginyu Force! Jace!
Okay, come get me if you can.
This will be interesting. This is our first big battle here, where we got multiple characters, so... Oh boy. Who's gonna win? Here's what I'm thinking for the results. If the Ginyu Force wins this fight, they're pretty much just gonna, you know, destroy the androids, destroy Dr. Gero's lab, and then that's gonna be the end. I've been thinking about, I might still, like, throw in the excuse of that, like, oh, Cell makes his own time machine to come back and achieve his perfect form. They don't, you know, destroy the secret part of the lab where Cell just resides. And so they miss that. and then Cell's just going to come out of nowhere here and absorb one of the defeated androids and be in his second form, and then they have to fight second form Cell. Whereas if the androids win, I'm not sure if they would kill the Ginyu Force. I mean, they didn't kill, like, you know, Trunks and Piccolo and Krillin and all those guys when they fought them. So they might just be like, well, now we're just going to go, you know, do whatever now that we're free. I'm not sure yet. It'll eventually result in just kind of a bigger, you know, Cell saga that you would expect. That's what I'm thinking right now anyway. I mean, if these guys lose, then the Ginyu Force, I mean, then it's, then they have to, you know, the androids have to face, like, Captain Ginyu, and then eventually, like, Doria, Zarbon, and Frieza. So, androids got their work cut out for them. I'm interested to see if this is eventually going to result in a Frieza versus Cell scenario. Right now, androids are winning. They both got, though, man, I want to see what happens if we get to 16 versus Raccoon, because that sounds really interesting, actually, to me. 17's almost done, and then we're going to have Burger versus 18. Come on, Burger! No! I want this to be a more even fight. I mean, realistically, I know the androids would just slaughter all these guys, but come on. I mean, talking realistically, somehow King Piccolo decimated not only every main character of the original cast, which maybe he could have done if Goku had never had his training with Korin, but on top of that, he defeated all the Saiyans, which is, I mean, we're already heavily deviating from, you know, who should be winning, and that's the entire point. I mean, if it just went, if every battle went exactly how it's supposed to, it kind of ruins the whole point of this whole, you know, thing I'm goofing off with in the first place. Ooh, boy. I think what we'll do next, if the Ginyu Force loses, is we're gonna have Captain Ginyu kind of do a King Piccolo and just one-on-one fight all of the other androids. Just Captain Ginyu will appear. Burger's just about done. Oh, I thought maybe he'd do his purple comet attack. I mean, that's still pretty good. Die. Hey, how'd you learn Destructo Disc? Krillin isn't even around anymore. That doesn't make sense. Oh, hi, it's me, Raccoon. Man, Raccoon is so, like, tough in the show. I mean, I always wondered how Raccoon actually would have fared against, like, Burger or Jace, because Raccoon just seemed to stick for so much longer, because, like, you know, they couldn't be any members of the Ginyu Force. Like, were Jace and Burger really, you know, just as tough, or was Raccoon, like, one of the tougher members of the Force? Because they kind of imply that, I mean, that Ginyu's the strongest, Goldo's the weakest, and the rest are kind of in the middle. But, like, I mean, Goku just took out the other three so easily, we didn't really get to see much of Burger and Jace. The only reason we saw Raccoon because they decided to fight, you know, one at a time, and Raccoon was able to take on Gohan and Krillin and Vegeta all by himself. So, yeah. Right now, I mean, it's really looking like Ginyu Force is gonna lose here. Raccoon might be able to take out 18, and then I mean, we still got 16 though. Full power. They always do really great stuff with Raccoon's quotes in the video games as a playable character too. Like, I don't think they do it in this one, but in the older Budokai games, when you're playing as Raccoon, one of the phrases that he can say after being hurt for a significant amount of damage is like, "You do well, you do well." It's just the longest hurt quote. Like, most people hurt quote are like, you know, ooh, you know, stuff like that. And then he's like, "You do well, you do well." It's just, it's really long. Like, by the time he's done saying it, he's already been pummeled for a few more hits. So I was always very amused by that. Just try it. Oh, I thought that was... Oh, that was it for 18. Splat on the ground. I cannot possibly see Raccoon finishing on this fight, though, in a victory. That would be very impressive. Nope. Nope, that's it. This used to be Android 16's ultimate move. Oh, Raccoon, buddy. Alright, well... Over the course of the fight, Guldo called help from Captain Ginyu to arrive on the scene and stop the fight and save the rest of the Ginyu force. Ginyu arrives on the scene to save his men. This is our first time seeing Captain Ginyu fight. Once again, we're going to do this one just kind of sequentially instead. Androids won. Androids have incredible stamina, so they're not really tired. So, for Ginyu to do this and save his men and stuff, he will have to defeat all three androids by himself.
I haven't had a good workout in a long time.
Hello, butt.
Fun.
Okay, come get me if you can.
Now, what'll be interesting is if Ginyu does wind up using his body change in any of these fights, and then whoever he body changes with, that's just Ginyu now. Ginyu's now in an android body, and I guess he'd be kind of like Dr. Gero. Alright, well, Ginyu's not doing... Well, he's doing okay. You know, I always wondered about Captain Ginyu. Is the body he's in right now, this purple alien body, is this his original body, or is it one that he stole? Because, like, okay, when he uses his body change on Goku, is that, like, his first time ever using the body change technique? Or is he from some totally different alien race that's their thing, is swapping bodies, and he swapped body with this big purple alien thing? I've always been curious about that. Not a good time to pose, Captain. It looks like the Captain's gonna lose to the androids here. Nya, nya, nya! Now, Guldo's still alive, so if Ginyu loses, then it's going to be up to Guldo. And then we're going to call in, like, Dodoria and Zarbon and Frieza as reinforcements and do another big fight, where it'll just be Dodoria, Zarbon, Frieza versus 17, 18, 16. That, probably not a good time to use self-harm, Ginyu. I mean, I know it powers you up a lot, but, like, you were already... Well, okay, you're gonna prove me wrong. Maybe. Oh, you messed up. You lost your power-ups. You're gonna lose right now. Oh, that's it for Ginyu. Well, Ginyu didn't need to do much.
That's impossible.
Should I say that, like, Ginyu would body switch now? Because, like, he was, you know, when he was defeated by Goku, he, like, suddenly body switched. You know, I would have done that. I would have done that if it was the other way around. So I think that's what we'll do. Having been defeated by the... having been defeated by the android, Captain Ginyu uses his ultimate final technique. Body change. Inhabiting the body of Android 17. It's gonna be weird if we're not gonna have an Android 17 voice here. But yes, Android 17 is Ginyu now, and is now going to fight Android 18. So now 17 is actually Ginyu. Just remember that. Android 17 is Ginyu.
Okay, come get me if you can.
Enough talk. Let's see what you've got.
I'm kind of surprised they didn't give those two a special dialogue. Alright, so Ginyu's in an android body now, the body of Android 17. So that kind of takes out a fighter still for him. It's too bad we can't see Android 17 do a bunch of silly poses, though, to kind of show that off. If 18 wins, then we'll have her do, like, I don't know, kind of the thing where she forces Ginyu to switch back into his old body and then all that good stuff. Either way, after all these fights, I think 17 is going to be a little worn out. We still got Guldo, though, for the Ginyu side.
Finish this.
Who's winning right now? I haven't been paying attention. Is oh, 18's winning. All right. Oh. Yeah, the way androids work in these games is weird. Their energy just charges on its own, which is cool because then they can like get build up their energy attacks without having to charge them up. But the thing is, to go along with that, they actually can't charge up. So if you want more energy, too bad. You can't get it. You have to let it wait. You have to wait for it to fill automatically. So it's kind of a trade-off. The only time you can charge up is when you have full energy, because then that's how you get to max power to use your ultimate move. In this game, in most of the Budokai games, they have the androids charge on their own, with the exception of Cell, which makes sense because even though he's an android, he's biological. He's not, he's not a robot like the rest of the androids. Oh, looks like Captain Ginyu 17. I guess I don't know what to call him. Captain 17. He's catching up. I thought 18 had this one in the bag. Oh, not so. Ooh.
What's the matter? Finished already?
All right. Well, that means we might just have Captain Ginyu in 17's body for the rest of this time. Now we got 17 versus 16. This is the last android left. This could be it for the android saga. Although I probably still will do a thing where Cell comes back from the past. I think they're distracted enough that they might not blow up the lab.
Okay.
It's just that Cell's gonna have to act sooner to ensure the androids aren't destroyed. So we're just gonna jump into a Cell saga thing really quick. Oh, I didn't have the time on my mind of the episode length. So this will be the last battle we do for this video. Conclusion of the android saga. Who wins? Ginyus or androids? Right now it's looking pretty good for Ginyu. Good thing he took over a sweet android body. I wonder if... Now, I'm making the assumption that, because it's a body, and it's a body change technique, Ginyu would be able to, but it depends on how he transfers the bodies. Maybe he can't transfer... But I'm pretty sure the androids have, I don't know, your conceptual version of a soul. I mean, on one hand, Android 18, because they have personalities, they have desires, and, Android 18 herself gives birth. I mean, at the very least, you maybe can make the argument that 16 and, Android 8 didn't really, they were just robots, but, 17 and 18 would be exceptions. I think, I guess I was just arguing in my mind, would body change actually work on the androids? And I think they would, at least on 17, 18, and Gero. You can make the argument maybe that it wouldn't work on 16 because he is just fully a robot, but that's just what I was just wondering that in my mind. Damn, when did 17 get so tough? I mean, yeah, I know 17's strong, but I don't know. Is it just me? I always considered him the weakest of the androids, but I mean between 17, 18, and 16, we know 16 is crazy powerful. And then we know, and the 18 sticks around longer as a member of the main cast, so she gets stronger over time. And 17 is just kind of the one who's left behind. At least, that's how I always interpreted it. But still, 17 is an android, and he's one hit away from winning this fight. Only, in our canon now, it's not really 17, it's Ginyu in 17's body.
What's the matter? Finished already?
Is this it for the androids? Find out next time on Dragon Ball Z!